You're watching DX Recaps, the place where we break down movies fast, clear, and spoiler-packed. Whether you missed it, forgot it, or just want a quick refresh, we've got you covered. Let's get into the story. Charlie is a retired boxer who owes a lot of money to several people. This happened because human boxing has been replaced by robot fighting, which made him lose his career. He's also not good with kids, as shown when he tries to charge a group of them $5 just to take a picture with his broken robot. One day, he makes a deal with a man named Ricky, who agrees to pay him if his robot fights one of Ricky's bulls. Charlie's robot is called Ambush. However, not happy with the low payment, Charlie challenges Ricky's best competitor instead and bets $20,000 that he will win, which explains why he's always in debt. Charlie doesn't seem nervous at all. He confidently shows off his robot fighter as the crowd cheers. When the fight begins, the huge bull charges straight at Ambush, but the robot tackles it to the ground. Ambush dodges its attacks skillfully and even lands a powerful uppercut, sending the animal flying. Believing the fight is over, Charlie gets distracted and starts flirting with a pretty girl in the audience. While his attention is elsewhere, the angry bull charges again and sends Ambush flying, tearing off one of its legs. The bull keeps attacking relentlessly until the robot is completely destroyed and reduced to a pile of scrap metal. Charlie begs Ricky to stop the fight, but it's too late. Trying to escape before Ricky can collect his debt, Charlie runs into two men who tell him that his ex-girlfriend has just died. Now he has to attend court for the custody of his son, Max. Charlie doesn't care much about the boy and is ready to sign over his parental rights to his ex-girlfriend's sister, Deborah. But when he realizes how wealthy Deborah's husband is, he changes his mind and decides to extort money from them in exchange for giving up custody, basically selling his son. However, Deborah's husband will be away for the summer, so Charlie demands even more money to look after Max for 2 months. With cash now in his pocket, Charlie buys another robot called Noisy Boy from the black market. He returns home to his girlfriend, Bailey, who we learn he also owes money to. Charlie tries to charm her into forgiving him, but Bailey reminds him she prefers money over romance, especially since he's no longer a real boxer. Soon, Deborah and her husband arrive at Charlie's house to drop off Max. The boy isn't upset that his father sold him. He's angry that he didn't get a share of the money. Clearly, he's a lot like his father. When the new robot arrives, Charlie opens its container to reveal a massive machine dressed in samurai armor. He tries to control it using voice commands, but it doesn't respond. Luckily, Max is a huge fan of robot boxing and knows Japanese, so he commands the robot successfully. It turns out the robot wasn't broken at all. It just needed to have its language reset to English. Excited to compete again, Charlie loads the robot into his truck and heads for the nearest competition. Max wants to come along, but since Charlie refuses, Max steals the truck keys and forces his father to take him. They arrive at an underground fighting club owned by a man named Finn. Charlie asks him to give Noisy Boy the main fight since he used to compete in the big leagues. Max warns his dad not to do it because they haven't practiced with this robot yet, but Charlie ignores him and goes all in against the champion, Midas. As the crowd cheers wildly, the fight begins. Noisy Boy lands a powerful punch and starts dominating the ring, throwing his opponent around. But Charlie becomes overconfident, drops his focus, and Midas quickly counterattacks. Charlie, unfamiliar with the robot's control system, panics and presses the wrong commands. This gives Midas the perfect opening to rip Noisy Boy's arm off and then smash its head clean off its body. Max is furious and blames his father for being careless, saying he never gave the robot a real chance to fight properly. Charlie refuses to accept his mistake and instead blames the robot for being outdated. Angry and embarrassed, he orders Max to get into the truck and drives off. With no money and no robot left, Charlie and Max head to a scrapyard to search for spare parts. As they explore, Charlie warns his son to stay away from a dangerous cliff. But suddenly the ground beneath Max collapses, and he falls into a deep hole. As debris falls around him, Max almost goes over the edge, until a metal arm grabs him from behind and saves him. Charlie rushes to pull Max up to safety, and they both notice what rescued him, the buried body of an old robot. Max insists on digging it out, even though Charlie thinks it's not worth the trouble. After working through the night, Max finally pulls the robot free. They take it home to Bailey, who surprisingly manages to get it working again. She explains that the robot has a shadow function, which allows it to copy and mimic the movements of the person standing in front of it. While cleaning it, Max discovers the robot's name, Adam. Excited, Max wants his father to let Adam fight in the ring, but Charlie refuses, saying Adam is just a sparring robot, designed to take hits but not deal real damage. Still, with no other choice, Charlie brings Adam to the Robot Fighting League, hoping to find a sponsor for a new robot. Even his old friend refuses to invest in him because of his terrible losing streak. Feeling hopeless, Charlie finally agrees to enter Adam in a low-level underground fight club known as the Zoo, where broken and outdated robots battle each other. When Max arrives, he challenges the current champion robot, Metro, whose owner bets $1,000 that Adam won't survive the first round. The crowd gathers as the two robots enter the ring. The fight begins, and right from the start, Adam is brutally beaten by his opponent. Charlie tries to teach his son how to control the robot, but Max's lack of experience causes Adam to take a severe beating. The boy struggles to move the robot properly, and it gets knocked around the ring repeatedly. Charlie, seeing how badly the match is going, tries to take over to help Adam survive the first round, but Max stubbornly refuses to let him. His inexperience leads to Adam being knocked out by a powerful hit from the opponent. However, just as the timer is about to run out, Adam miraculously stands up before the final second, managing to survive the first round and earning them $1,000. Feeling confident, the opposing team challenges Max to a double or nothing bet, and without hesitation, Max agrees, much to Charlie's frustration. Learning from his mistakes in the first round, Max instructs Adam to backstep and dodge, creating an opening that the opponent doesn't see coming. Adam then leaps forward and lands a massive uppercut, causing the enemy robot to malfunction and crash to the ground. The crowd explodes in cheers at their shocking victory. Charlie collects the winnings from the defeated team, and together with Max, he makes some upgrades to Adam. Max then suggests to his father that they should train Adam to fight properly by having it mimic Charlie's boxing moves. Charlie hesitates at first. He hasn't boxed in years, and his last fight ended in defeat, but after thinking about it overnight, he decides to help his son. He begins teaching Adam everything he knows, using the robot's shadow function to copy his moves. Their teamwork pays off. Father and son start winning fight after fight, defeating stronger opponents in underground matches and earning more money along the way. Their victories make them popular in the underground circuit, and soon, the major robot fighting league notices them and offers a match against the national champion robot, Twin Cities. Before the big fight, the owner of Zeus, a powerful and famous robot named Tak Mashido, and his promoter Farah Lemkova, approaches Charlie and Max. Lemkova offers to buy Adam for $100,000, but Max instantly refuses, saying Adam is priceless. Charlie tries to convince his son to take the deal, but Max stands firm. Adam is not for sale. The match against Twin Cities begins, and the national champion enters the arena amid loud cheers. Max walks proudly beside Adam, unafraid of the towering machine they're about to face. As the fight begins, both robots rush at each other, exchanging rapid and powerful punches. Twin Cities quickly gains the upper hand thanks to its dual heads, which give it no blind spots. It corners Adam and lands several crushing blows, forcing Charlie to think fast. Observing closely, he notices a weakness in Twin Cities' shoulder. Charlie takes advantage of it, commanding Adam to stay close and attack the body repeatedly. Adam launches a series of punches and finishes with a devastating uppercut. That sends the larger robot crashing to the ground. The crowd goes wild as the underdog defeats the national champion in spectacular fashion. Still angry that Lemkova tried to buy Adam, Max boldly challenges her team to a fight against Zeus, the world champion robot. Lemkova and her designer glare down at them in silent disapproval as they walk out of the arena, victorious. But the celebration is short-lived. Outside, Ricky, the man Charlie owes money to, shows up with his men to collect his debt. Charlie tries to fight back, but he's outnumbered and beaten badly while trying to protect Max. They take all of Charlie's winnings, leaving him bruised and broke. Watching his son's terrified face, Charlie realizes that this dangerous life isn't right for Max. Deciding to do the right thing, he takes Max back to his guardians earlier than planned, breaking the boy's heart. Max walks away in disappointment, feeling betrayed. Unsure of his decision, Charlie goes to see Bailey and asks for her advice. He confesses that he feels like he's not good enough to be a father and believes Max would have a better life with rich foster parents. Bailey reminds him that love and courage matter more than money and tells him to fight for his son, just like he used to fight in the ring. Inspired by her words, Charlie rushes back to Max and apologizes sincerely. He tells his son that he's accepted the challenge to fight Zeus, which immediately brings a smile back to Max's face. The two walk into the arena together, greeted by cheers for the ultimate underdog team. Charlie looks to the side and spots Bailey in the crowd, there to support him, and it fills him with renewed strength. The lights dim, and the music begins to thunder through the stadium. Zeus, the undefeated champion, enters the stage with an intimidating presence. The massive machine leaps onto the ring, towering over Adam. As the bell rings, Zeus charges forward and lands a devastating punch that sends Adam crashing to the ground. Adam struggles to stand, only to be knocked down again after just 2 hits. But somehow, the robot keeps getting back up, almost as if it has a will of its own. Zeus continues its brutal assault, cornering Adam with a flurry of punches. Then, in a surprise counter, Adam throws an uppercut that catches Zeus off guard and stuns the powerful robot. The crowd roars. Charlie commands Adam to press forward, and the underdog starts landing more hits. However, Zeus quickly recovers and dominates again, pummeling Adam until the bell rings to end the first round. Charlie and Max rush to repair Adam as fast as they can. When the next round begins, Adam keeps fighting with everything he has. Despite taking massive damage, he manages to land solid hits of his own. By the 4th round, Zeus traps Adam in a corner again, delivering one relentless blow after another. That's when Charlie realizes their voice control system is damaged. With no other choice, he decides to switch to the shadow mode, personally boxing and letting Adam mimic his every move. As the final round begins, Charlie channels all his old boxing instincts. He moves with precision, dodging and countering every punch through Adam. Zeus launches a brutal series of attacks, but Charlie smirks and dares it to keep going. Exhausted from its own power, Zeus begins to slow down. Charlie seizes the opportunity and leads Adam in a furious counterattack. The crowd erupts as Adam batters Zeus with non-stop punches, stunning the supposedly unbeatable champion. Max watches with tears of pride as his father's old boxing spirit shines through. Charlie isn't just fighting Zeus, he's fighting for his son, for redemption, and for love. With one final uppercut, Adam knocks Zeus down hard. The champion manages to rise, but Adam continues his relentless assault until the bell finally rings, ending the fight. The judges award the official win to Zeus by score, but the entire audience chants Adam's name, declaring him the true people's champion. Charlie and Max celebrate in the ring, smiling and hugging as the crowd cheers their victory. Against all odds, the underdog team has earned not just respect, but love, pride, and a second chance at family. And that's a wrap on today's recap. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a plot twist. Got a movie you want recapped? Drop it in the comments below. This is DX Recaps. See you in the next one.